Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Have you ever had any challenges in your relationship? Maybe that started off small and continuously, got bigger and grew to the point maybe the relationship ended? Well, in this video, we're going to discuss 3 most common conflicts of a relationship, along with a little snow as you can see. So let's not wait, let's get started. All right guys, well, before we get to the first conflict of a relationship, you might be wondering, where am I at? Where am I filming today's video? Where we're in a little place in South Texas. We're not used to getting snow like this, guys, so I'm gonna try to take advantage of it while we can. So let's go ahead and get started with the first conflict. And this one was, most people already know, it causes a conflict if it's not right. And you're probably telling yourself money, right? Money and finances. When you're having a conflict with money and finances, it does not necessarily mean you don't have any or whatever the case may be. It just usually stems from bad spending habits, lack of growth financially as a couple. If you want to continuously grow, in a relationship, whether you're married, maybe you just started in a new relationship or whatever, you gotta have some security financially. So, maybe you're struggling in this area. There's a lot of different ways that you can increase your finances, which we all know. I don't want to get too into that topic or anything, but obviously you can do more work, maybe find another job, whatever the case may be. But you don't want to get the stressors of finance and all that while you're in a relationship. It's kind of like a snowball effect that might start small, but it's going to get bigger and bigger until eventually it just hits and becomes the end of the relationship. So maybe you got to work on that. The second one, which is also a common one that a lot of people know about, is personal intimacy, right? And these are generally the needs that each individual has, and everybody's different. Not everybody needs that much intimacy, but then there's some that do. And it's not necessarily just sexual. It could be emotionally, mentally, spiritually, or even physically. Most important thing is to know your partner, find out what their needs are, and just try to come up with some kind of plan for each other, meet their needs. Because at the end of the day, that's what a relationship is. We're there for each other. We want to meet each other's needs, and intimacy is a very, very big challenge that a lot of people have with their relationships. And maybe you're older, maybe you've been in a relationship a long time, but there's always ways that you can work on that. So just keep that in mind. If you start having challenges, maybe you're not getting enough in the bedroom, or maybe you're starting off a little romance at a restaurant, or maybe you have a drink or two if that's your thing. But just try to figure out little ways like that to maybe make it a little more entertaining, to where your partner is more up for it. I personally have struggled with all 3 of these in my relationships and in my marriage. I was married for about 10 years, ended up getting a divorce, and a couple of these were some of the challenges, but I didn't, at that point in time, I didn't really see small little signs that it was any of these areas were getting bigger and bigger. But it's just something that you learn from, you grow with. Maybe you've been in a divorce if you're watching this, maybe you've just had a breakup, or whatever the case may be. But you just try to look at the small signs so you can squash them before they become bigger, right? Well, this third one is children and kids. Maybe you don't have kids yet, or maybe you do. Maybe you've just had kids, and maybe you just kind of got lost in the children growing up, which I have, because I got 2 kids as well. And just sometimes the life can get away from you, and you just kind of forget about your partner and and their needs once again. And the most common thing whenever you have kids is just kind of focusing on them, their needs, their wants, whether it's taking them to sports when they get a little older. If any of that happens, you just got to bring it down a level. Just remember that the kids come through you, they don't come for you. So never forget your partner on the other end, because this will ultimately lead to another end of a relationship. And it may not happen now. What I see a lot is a lot of people wait until the kids get older and then they call into the relationship, because at one point in in y'all's lives and their lives, they're going to grow up, move out of the house, and then you're going to be stuck with the person that you're looking at every morning when you wake up. So just keep that in mind whenever you have kids, or if you already have them. Maybe take a step back and look at how you are meeting your partner's needs, and as well as yours. I mean, you don't want to give up yours either when you have kids. I mean, if you're working out, exercising, you want to continuously do that. You don't want to give that up, for the kids. And same thing with your partner. You still want to date your partner. You still want to make them feel special, that they're number one, because and some of y'all might backlash me on this about kids coming first and all that, but you got to remember your partner came first. Okay, your partner always comes first. And when you're with your partner's not gonna say, okay, well, you're gonna feed me before you feed the kids and let them go hungry. It's not like that. So keep that in mind. If you're struggling maybe in this area, maybe everything was fine up until you had kids, and then maybe after you had kids things changed. So maybe this will give you an idea. Now I'm going to give you one other conflict that I see no matter which one of those three. That's money and finances, which was number one, bad spending habits. Number two, personal intimacy, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. And the third one, which is having kids, maybe getting lost in their lives and not living your own with your partner. The most common characteristic in all of these and all other challenges is communication, which we all know communication is key. So, if maybe you're struggling with money, you got to communicate with your partner and let them know, whether you're a guy or a girl, let them know that you're getting stressed out, financially. You got to communicate it. A lot of times communication can solve every single one of these problems prior to it growing and to the point to where you don't want it to, you don't want to fix it. You just want to call it quits. Same thing with personal intimacy. You have to communicate in order to let your partner know what it is that you want, desire. And if they can't fulfill that, then yeah, that's a different situation. I mean, that's something you got to make, but I don't want to get too far into that topic. And the same thing with children. If once you have kids, you want to communicate how, you want to go out and spend some time together. You maybe have new adventures together. You're going to have some with kids and all that, but you want to also have your own. So just keep all three of these in mind, as these are the most common that I have seen, in my career and everything that I do involving relationships as a relationship coach, and dealing with relationships for over the better part of a decade. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Let me know what maybe a challenge that you're going through in your relationship. Maybe it's something that maybe you just figured out, or maybe you're just trying to figure it out. Maybe we can have some of the other people in the comments maybe even help you answer that, or if it's a video that I might be able to make, I will also consider that as well. If you're new to my channel, please click subscribe and turn your notifications on, because you'll see videos on the topic of relationships. And also I'm a career coach and a fitness and health coach as well, and I've been a personal trainer over the last probably around 15 years now. So you'll see some videos on that, and don't want to miss them. And I post 2 videos per week. So till then, take care, and remember, love who you're with, love what you do, and love how you feel. Till the next video, talk to you soon.